Hello, and welcome to Vacations by Tiffany. I'm your go-to travel agent specializing in cruises, Disney, and more. In this episode, we're visiting the beautiful island of Jamaica. Our cruise ship was docked in the port of Falmouth. When you first step off the ship, there's lots of shops and restaurants, like Margaritaville, where you can relax and enjoy yourself without having to sign up for shore excursions. We had a very nice time exploring the port, but on this particular cruise, we also signed up for a shore excursion to the Grotto caves and also climbing the world-famous waterfalls at Dunn's River Falls. After boarding the bus, we had a very awesome tour guide give us facts and history about the island as we drove to our first destination, the Grotto caves. Located in the very lush jungle, this is a series of caves that are all linked together with pathways. There was a lot of walking required in this particular shore excursion, so be prepared if this is one you sign up for. Before going in the caves, everyone gets a helmet to wear because some of the pathways are narrow and have very low clearance. Our tour guide told us lots of history about the caves and the geology and science of the different plants and rocks that you'll find here. I noticed the family next to me comparing what they saw in the caves to what the kids were currently learning about in school. So I'd say it's a great opportunity for some real-world science examples. We left the first set of caves and ventured through the lush jungle to the next cave. Here we saw lots of wildlife like bats. There's lots of wildlife in the jungle too, like birds and also spiders, so be sure to stay on the pathway like your tour guide suggests. Double check all of the details and information on your cruise line's website to see the activity level for this excursion and if it suits you and your group. One particular cave had a freshwater spring at the bottom, and our tour guide told us that it's good luck to throw a coin in the water. During one part of our tour, the tour guide asked two people from our group to stand across from each other. The tour guide then turned off the lights, and the two people tried to find each other with just their voices. Spoiler alert, it did not work out. After everyone laughed, the tour guide turned the lights back on, and we continued on our tour. Back outside and on to more caves. Here's where the helmets come in handy because there were lots of small pathways and even one called the limbo hole. They said these particular caves used to be used as a disco, a nightclub, and also a restaurant before they became a tourist destination. The temperature was very cool in some of the caves, but some of the caves were very hot and muggy. So here's a travel agent tip for you. Bring a fan to use. I prefer the ones that don't need batteries, so I don't ever have to worry about the batteries being dead. It's also usually lightweight for both your suitcase and to carry around in your bag all day. I also recommend you drink lots of water. There's also a gift shop here where you can buy bottled water too. After the cave tour, we boarded the bus again and headed to Dunn's River Falls. Here, you can rent a locker to place your personal items inside or anything that you don't want to get wet. You might also be able to leave it on the bus. You'll have a tour guide lead the way and walk with your group hand in hand as you climb the falls. Closed-toed water shoes with a good grip are highly recommended, and you can either rent them here at the falls or bring your own. If you look to the top right of the screen, you'll see a boardwalk area. If you choose not to climb, this is where you can follow along as your group climbs, or you can leave the falls early if you decide. However, most of this area is only accessible by stairs, so be sure to plan ahead if need be. I also recommend a waterproof camera like a GoPro, or you can purchase a single-use waterproof camera while you're here. This is one of my favorite things from all of my cruises I've ever taken. The first time I climbed the falls as a teenager was on my very first cruise, and I was pretty much hooked on traveling from that moment on. It takes about an hour to make your way all the way to the top of the falls. Your tour guide will help you and stay with you the whole time and even take photos for you. There's also a fun video you can purchase where they capture lots of great moments of you and your group like this one. Definitely a great keepsake souvenir from this amazing experience. There is also a straw market where you can buy some local souvenirs and handmade crafts, as well as a couple food carts where you can get food from. Just be sure to keep in mind the meeting time for your group so you don't miss your bus. Be sure to bring money in cash to tip your waterfall tour guide and also your bus driver and tour guide on the bus. But don't worry if you don't get the chance to exchange for Jamaican dollars, because they will probably accept US dollars as well. Jamaica is a very popular cruise port and destination, so whether it's just for a day or you're staying in the resort for a week, be sure to add the Green Grotto Caves and Dunn's River Falls to your lists of things to do while in Jamaica. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for new episodes coming soon all about cruises, Disney, and more. If you want to plan your next cruise or trip to Jamaica, please visit vacationsbytiffany.com to get started. See you next time.